It's not a myth. Storytime animations can actually get you far. I say as I'm still just getting 1,000 to 5K views per animation, but I did some digging and realized why that is, and I want to share with all of you the actual pathway to success for becoming a Storytime animator, or rather, a couple paths. All of them have evidence in what other creators have done to become bigger, and not all of them are necessarily my thing either, but I promise they're all still doable nowadays to get a following. I'll try to discuss the pros and cons of each one as well, just because there's certainly reasons why different methods could get you stuck in what you're making, but I'm a big advocate for posting your art with a reward. Everyone who tries to time sync work into their animations deserves success, and there are right ways and wrong ways to pillage the internet to even do that. Number 1, having a hot topic as your first vid. I did not choose having a hot topic as my first route, but it's certainly a great method to get views. Personally, all of my deep stories needed to be contemplated on, and I needed to make something at the beginning that didn't need as much effort or quality. AKA, I wanted to get big so I had better motive to make my deeper content. But that's just me. Other people definitely can make it towards their goals by starting with a deep topic if they're up for it. Finding things that really put a label on the channel. Growing up LGBTQ, having a crush, having a breakup, blaming literally anyone for doing you wrong, or maybe even just posting about something controversial or a general hot take. The cons of this method is after you post a video that gets big like that, your future, more casual vids could lessen in views and dismay you. It's not that people don't like your content if they're lower. You're just human and your big shocker video can't transfer to all of your future videos. Fast growth doesn't mean reliable growth, and you may still need to work yourself up to some degree to get all your vids to reach a similar following as your hot topic video. Number 2, keep up short, high-effort jokes throughout the video. Anyone in the Storytime animation space knows who I'm talking about when I say you need to make things have slap humor constantly to keep people's attention. Back in the day, it was grade A under A who tended to make good, strong, abrupt jokes to keep audiences' attention, but nowadays you've got Ice Cream Sandwich and Sir Pelo pulling in all the views in a spectacular way. Other creators can fall in the same category, but it's definitely a subgenre of Storytime animation. Not all creators rely on short jokes to keep audiences intrigued. They can successfully pull their personalities into deep content or even light life updates. But the humor approach is a quick seller to getting views in comparison to the other approaches, because people always like that. It's super fun to get a laugh out of anything, and if you keep delivering that, people will always come back. If this isn't your style, you shouldn't overextend to try to become humorous. Humor comes naturally, and even if you stretch to make one video successful, if humor isn't your forte in the long run, you're going to lose that audience anyways. Selling yourself for what you are is more important. But if humor is your thing, sell it hard. Many people are really successful in making humor their brand, and it is almost a sure golden ticket for Storytime animation success. Number 3, make fan creations before starting your Storytimes. Viewers don't know what they're getting into when they see your first Storytime animation, so they sometimes don't click. But when you've sunk so many dreadful hours into your work, you might as well just give up if the first one doesn't perform well. People forget that a lot of currently popular Storytime animators did not start with their narrations to merit success. They made animation after animation about popular subgenres that also performed well. Making quality content in fields outside of Storytime animation can sell your type of art style and passions to viewers before transitioning to make your own brand. It can also be really fun to make. The same disclaimer stands that when you transition to Storytimes, not everyone will buy into it from your audience, but you'll get more clicks than if you didn't do fan videos first, which makes you a better boost to keep animating. The difference between Storytime animations and other YouTube channels is the infinite amount of extra work drawing and storyboarding can be versus a vlog or a game channel. Your time is priceless as an animator, and even the viewers can't formulate the real work behind your finished product. You've gotta tread lightly to protect your own ego in animating. You're against a lot of creators who make content faster, so you have to show your talent in other ways to get an audience who buys in. It's tough, but fan content is a great way to slide into it better. Number 4, get huge on a platform with shorts. Not as reliable of one because short form content is a whole different avenue from the personalities long form creators have, but still a really opportunistic one. You can have 200,000 followers on a social media page with short form content, and then it'll transfer immediately to your YouTube long form stuff with potentially already 2,000 subscribers. Again, taken as a reference from some creators who did just that. People like getting into what they already know to appreciate, so it makes sense to get started with short form and then transitioning to long form. And that's my analysis for honest growth to Storytime animation success. Let me know how your journey has been if you wanted to get started in this, and if any of these approaches have ever been considered during the process. Obviously, half of the work is your own talent getting exercised, as well as what you make, but I'm sure many of you can find success in a community by building things out in a similar way other successful Storytime animators did.